Thank you.
Like, none of us are happy about it. We're all just like,
No.
the stupid test.
As a reward for the dragon, he sets down just a small bag on his desk. This is for all of you.
Uh-oh.
I will reach and take the bag.
Okay? And then
Tali leans over to look at.
when we are done here, I have something for each of you.
Oh.
But first, information. I believe that is why you were here.
Yes.
Starting with the tablet. Young Fairblade,
Yes, sir.
you were looking for a message in this tablet.
Mm-hmm.
I am sorry to say there is none. This, and he places the tablet down and slides it towards you,
Mm-hmm.
is not a message.
What
But-
is it then?
It is but a spell.
A spell?
Yes. This is a gift from eternity.
What does it do?
This, I was not able to ascertain the exact time or destination, but this will take you into the past at some point. I assume that whoever had it had intention of going back.
Wait, does it send you into the past, or does it send you to your past self?
This is sent to a fixed point in time. I do not know where, and I do not know when, but it could be very valuable. Keep this close to yourself until the day comes where you absolutely need it, or if so, pass it down to generations so that none may use it.
But how is it used? I've had it for a long time. I've never even noticed being able to, use it in any way.
Simply place it on the ground and break the tablet. A magic circle will appear.
Who suggested breaking it last time? I think it was Kern.
Yeah.
I don't.
That would have been bad.
You will have mere seconds to step in the circle. All who are in may teleport to whatever time this was.
Interesting. I wonder
Sir.
when and where it will take you.
Sorry, I didn't hear the first part. What does it do? Teleport you to a certain time?
Mhm.
Yes.
In the
It's
past.
It's linked to a certain event in the past.
Tali
Wow.
glances at the and absent tugs at her.
I will open up the bag.
It is black inside. You are holding a bag of holding.
Oh.
There's nothing inside of it?
Well, you can reach inside and
It's a
see
bag
it.
of holding. So,
I will reach inside the bag.
think gold, young man.
Oh,
And as you do so, you feel your hand just dip down into a mound of gold.
What?
well, thank you.
Cha-ching!
Congratulations again. No. He leans back he sits down and leans back in his chair, crosses his arms, and then lifts up his elbow where his hand is crossed and takes a sip of tea, relaxes again. Now that you are found worthy of secrets, and I must stress that this is not information for the public ear. These are secrets.
Oh, I love secrets.
What would you like to know?
Where do we even begin? Is Riven Nask really who he says he is?
Riven Nask is indeed who he says he is. The Kings of Reality. A group of 4 higher beings that rival the middle 4 themselves. They control certain points and facets of reality, hence their name. Each king has a prophet and a keeper. Riven is the keeper of time. He is the keeper of eternity.
You said
Very powerful.
Each king has a prophet and a keeper?
Yes.
And Riven's a keeper?
He is a keeper, yes. He is a very powerful and wise and quite ancient man.
I have a question.
Which keeper is he?
He's the keeper of time. He works directly and communicates with eternity himself.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is this ongoing conflict even about?
What conflict?
Between the three continents.
Ah. That is more of a question of human nature and the nature of the species. Do you know your history?
Vaguely, and mostly in tales and plays.
Hundreds of years ago, there was a king. Well, at the time he was a man. This man lived in a time of nomads, tribes, villages. He had a dream, and it was through this dream and a prophet of one of the gods that you are aware of and familiar with. Together they walked the land and gathered people. They soon gathered an army and found that civilization was the safest way to be. They started purging those who have war built into their blood. The greenskins and the darkfolk. He purged this land of them, sent them to their own lands where they may thrive and prosper on their own. We actually lived in peace for a time before our previous king decided that the land given to him was not good enough, and he engaged them in battle. Once war began, old natures took over, and we are still fighting that war.
What would solve this conflict? Is there a way to end it?
That would be a very difficult task, and I am but a scholar. I do not know war or these things very well.
Something monumental, though, I assume.
I would imagine that through fear or persuasion or sheer dominance, war could be ended.
I have a question.
He looks over at you.
Who is responsible for the deaths of my immediate family?
Fairblade. I'm glad you put such faith in me, but I don't know everything. I wish I could tell you that and set you on a journey, but alas, it is beyond me.
Do you know how I can find out?
Well, if the people who have killed your parents had this tablet, and he says as he points towards the tablet in your hand, and Riven Nask is involved, I believe that they may cross your paths one day.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but that is all I have to offer.
I think that one day I will find the person who murdered my brother and possibly even my parents. Thank you so much.
He looks back over at Randal. Do you have anything else you wish to know about the Middle Four or the Kings of Reality?
Who are the Divine Four?
The Middle Four. They are another set of gods. They are a second tier, if you will. Yes, the gods that you know and that are directly involved in this world are not the highest order. There is, in fact, a group above them. They rule over the various facets of the afterlife. One of them is in charge of the void. Another rules over hell with an iron fist. Another rules over a place that's just simply called Earth. It is much like our world, but more peaceful and serene. And then there is heaven. Heaven is a place of grandeur and peace and prosperity. It is up to the middle four, to protect and carry on the souls for the rest of time. It is up to the king of reality, known as Death, to ferry these souls to these great lands.
Why would that does? But why would Riven ask me to seek out the king's reality?
I think you must know something beyond you or I at this moment. There must be something to this group, your future endeavors. Something about you. He seems to have taken an interest in you yourself. Perhaps in time, you will come to know.
Randall thinks to himself. So the gods we know of, for instance, Aegis, where does she fall?
The gods you know, they're referred to by us, the few who recognize the middle four, as the lower nine. Aegis, Rithik, Ranifo, Kurik, and the rest of them. They control individual facets of this world: war, peace, growth, law, order, magic. These are the facets that they are in charge with, and they are what makes the world continue on as it is. The middle four are a more powerful group. They sit above. It is them who actually calls the lower nine up. Yes, the lower nine are ascended mortals. They were once human, lizardfolk, gnome, all of it, at one point or another. But then they were called into divinity when the time came, and it is the middle four's responsibility to make sure that those roles are filled.
I'm still so confused. I'm unsure as to what these kings of reality have to do with me.
I think that is okay for now. Perhaps it was just to get you here. Perhaps there is something more to which only your future can tell.
Randall gets visibly frustrated at this point. But why? Why make me go through all of this just for knowledge? I don't get it.
Some revere knowledge as power.
But this knowledge, it doesn't seem to affect me at the time. Unless... And you see this, like, the blood drain from his face. Perhaps one of my future self is one of them.
One of the gods.
Do you know the names of the kings of reality?
They do not have names. They are merely essences that were created by even higher beings, ones that were kept from me. But they are only known by eternity, death, law, and intelligence.
He just gets even more frustrated at this point, but he's just more grumbling under his own breath. He's not really forming any coherent sentences at the moment.
Perhaps when you've had a chance to cool off, we may speak again. I think you all are tired. I think it is time for your day to end. Now, before I set you on your way, though, I have things for you. And he pulls out various packages and sets them down in front of each of you all. Please, use these wisely. A gift from the gods. And yes, I mean that's literally.
Before you give us all these gifts, I had a question about the second trial.
Yes.
Was it, or could be, were those like visions of what could happen, or would happen, or has happened?
They're visions meant to.
The trial is over.
Meant to push you, to test you emotionally, test how you would react in situations. Some of them are close to reality, others are very far-fetched.
What magic was employed in giving us these trials?
Each one was a miracle unto itself.
Thank you, Skelly.
You're welcome. Now, be on your way.
I grab mine reluctantly and stick it in my bag. I'm not looking at it right now.
I'm gonna check
I have-
out what's inside.
I have one more question for you.
Yes.
Which god bestowed us these gifts?
Marshisen.
Do I know which god that is?
That is the god that is, he is the god of
Trickery!
Magic
I'm
items, imbuing with magical details, relics, artifacts. It is the most arcane of the gods.
Awesome.
Look at them now, or go somewhere else first?
And your room is fine.
Yes,
Figure
we'll
we
be
can-
leaving.
Figure we can open this as a group. Be like, what did you get? Like, well, I got this.
It's Christmas time.
Tali picks hers up.
Ooh, it's like the gnomish tradition of Gurazna.
Bless you.
I just...
The fuck is Grozna?
It's a gnomish thing. You wouldn't understand.
Damn.
Yeah, you silly normie.
Is there ale involved?
There is for the adults.
Perfect. That's the only celebration I need to participate in.
Sin will kneel down on Fairblade's level. So what is Garajna?
Garajna is this celebration that we have halfway through the year where we all get presents for each other and we don't tell each other who we're getting the gift from. So we write who we give it to, but we don't write who it's from. And then we all sit around, open up the gifts, and try to guess who gave us the gift. And if we're wrong, we don't get to keep it.
Well, that doesn't sound very fair at all.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Gnomes.
Also
Oh.
sounds very disrespectful.
Oh,
Oh.
it's so much fun.
I don't see the
Sounds-
point of giving a gift if you gain
So-
no political coal.
Is this you guys walking out at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Randall-
So you guys
hang on.
walk out just before you exit the door. He follows and puts his hand on the door to close it as you guys all walk out. Maybe next time we speak, we'll have tea and maybe we'll have some beetle cookies. Those are delicious. If you've ever had
Beetle-
them before. And winks
Wrong
and then
character.
and then shuts the door on you guys.
Oh, wrong character! Wrong character. Son
Beetle
of a...
cookies. That doesn't sound too bad.
I don't like the idea of beetles and cookies. That's disgusting. What the heck is that guy's problem?
You've never
sounds-
eaten beetles before?
Just
No, I have not ever eaten beetles before, Kern. That is disgusting and low.
sounds vile.
When you're out in the wild and you need to eat something.
I eat meat.
You're
Yes.
a chick
Slimy
in the
yet
door as it locks.
satisfying.
What if there is no meat around?
Are these beetle
very good
cookies
at what
like
I do.
rare? Are they like uncommon or something?
You've only ever seen them the one time.
With the scarred one.
Does he remind me of anything like the scarred one?
Scaled? No.
Scale.
Oh, scaled. Son of a mismatch. Sorry,
Well,
guys.
his name was Scaly.
Oh!
Wrong character, but I
Crap.
can't.
What happened on? What happened on Roll 28?
Oh my gosh, you guys are. Oh my gosh.
I
I-
had no part of this yet.
That is the cutest cat. I don't know who did that, but
Yeah,
that's
I
No.
drew that cat, man. That
You
was my
guys,
cat.
lose your pretty scene. You guys got to go back to the main.
rude.
There you
Fine,
go.
I'll just draw a
Very
cat
sweet.
here. I'm kidding. I won't draw any.
All right, what's in the bag?
That was my cat too.
All right, so you guys go and start opening bags.
Oh yeah.
Oh, not me. I'm waiting till we're at our inn or something.
Well, yeah. We're not
Okay,
at
so
her.
are you guys gonna go just open them in the common area?
No.
No, we'll wait till we get back to or something.
Okay. So back into your rooms then. Yes.
Mhm.
That's all. Let's just say we all get in one room for now.
Okay, so you guys all go hop in a room, and you start opening your stuff.
Oh, I still want to talk to Randal. Can I pull Randal aside first?
Yeah, let me tell you what you got. I only have the rough draft of these done, but I will send you the actual stat sheets in the coming
Ooh.
weeks.
Custom items.
Yes, these are roughly done. So Sin, you are given an amulet. This is an amulet of creature speak. And all of these have notes on them that describe what they are to you. So you
Is
don't have to try
amulet
to
a
go figure it out.
necklace? Hold up,
Yes,
hold
it
up.
is.
I can't use it then.
Yes, you could. You just have to put your Leviathan necklace somewhere else.
I'm not gonna get rid of Leviathan. He's not
Can
gonna
you
have
not
fun.
like wear both? Let's say for
No, technically you can't wear two necklaces.
just have the necklace
Hang
like
it off your
dangling
belt.
off your belt. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or like a wrist. It's a wrist. It's a wristband now.
But for the item to actually work, it has to be around your neck.
No, not this one. Remember, it was just like an orb, and you decided you want it to be as a necklace. So it's
No,
still
no, no.
technically an orb.
No, Leviathan is always above my heart.
Oh my gosh! I will let you
Being
deal,
Quit being
I will let you
stubborn.
deal with
True
the
to
problem.
character.
You can make it a nipple piercing.
Ooh,
Whoa!
Good one. Good one. I like it.
I feel like we
Back on
crossed the
task.
line.
Back on
Amulet of what?
of creature speak. The wearer can select a single animal or magical creature once per day. Or I'm sorry, a single animal or magical creature per day. And for the rest of the day, you may speak to that animal or magical creature in their language. So you're able to communicate in whatever language magical creatures and animals speak natively.
Cool.
Does a squirrel have a language?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Interesting. I don't feel like I'll have a huge
so-
need for it.
So
Squirrel,
effectively, you
scout out
get
that area ahead.
feral speech once a day.
Randal, you are given a book. It is called the Tome of Ancient Knowledge. This is a magical book that once a day, has the knowledge buried within its pages. Essentially, the way it works is you may spend an hour to go through its contents. And the magic lasts for an hour, so you have an hour to go find what it is you need. So after a failed knowledge check, you may pull out the book, read for an hour, try to find it, and you get to re-roll that knowledge check at +3.
That doesn't help me if I'm doing a knowledge check in combat.
No, it does not.
That's the idea.
Rude.
All right, for the Virtuoso, you are given just this little talisman. It is a little platinum figurine talisman. It is imbued with a single focused miracle. This miracle, yes, this miracle is specifically designed to change the fabric and nature of the person that is going to use this miracle. Essentially, you get to swap out a single spell, and whenever you use the spell that you are replacing yours with, you get to cast it at +1 caster level.
Wow. Thanks.
For Fairblade, you receive it is a part 2 to your goggles, which
Ooh.
plugs into your ear, so you also gain that +5 bonus for hearing checks as well.
Oh, cool. What's it called?
Hearing
Steampunk.
apparatus.
What'd you say?
Hearing apparatus.
Hearing apparatus? Can I
I said
name it?
Sure.
It's also
Steampunk
called hearing
headphones.
aid.
Steampunk headphones.
Steampunk headphones. Can I name it, Gabe? Is that okay?
Sure. Just make sure you send it to me so that way when I actually fill out the stat card, I put that name there.
Okay.
Cool.
For Kern, you are given the largest of the boxes. You are given a greatsword. This sword is very large. It has a dark red hue to the steel. This is a blood sword. It is forged with the blood from 500 drained bodies, having the iron extracted from each individual cell of blood. Essentially, this is a wounding greatsword.
Dang.
I will have to look up what wounding does.
Essentially, you deal a point of bleed damage every turn, and that bleed stacks as you do more and more hits with it.
So each time I hit an enemy, you get the stack of bleed?
Yep.
And it's 1 point of damage?
Yep.
Okay. So if I hit him like 5 times, he gets 5 points of bleed each
Yep.
turn?
And then every time it's his turn, he takes 5 points of bleed damage.
Cool.
And then for Tali, you receive a glass jar with some blueprints in it. These are jars of delayed explosion. Essentially what they are is for 50 gold pieces of parts, you can construct your alchemist bombs in the morning, and then they will last throughout the day. So that way you can throw multiple bombs at one time. So you can have the jars on your person, and then as a swift action, as a free action, you can ignite one of them and then toss that bomb along with one of your regular bombs.
So essentially get one use of fast bombs.
Yes, and then you can create more of them. They're 50 GP each. And then when you guys open the bag of holding, and pour out its contents, there is. Oh gosh, I lost my page. I spoke too soon. That's what it was. Okay, it's you pour out and you see 45,000 gold pieces in front of you.
Okay.
Wow.
Can I pull Randall to the side for a second?
If we divide that
Yeah.
evenly, it's 7,500.
I don't think I can carry 7,500 on me.
I
I
say
don't
we just
have it.
leave it in the bag right now.
You could turn it
Yeah.
into plat.
I don't think there's an exchange bank here.
Oh yes, there is.
Oh, okay.
It's a city.
This is a major city.
Anyways, I'm gonna pull Randall aside and be like, okay, you're the only one I haven't asked this about. Did you Did you leave me a present back in Magickin? Randal?
He tries to stifle a grin. No. He epically failed a bluff on trying to fool you. So he just got like this little face of like he finally got caught. He's like, no. It's very easily seen through.
Okay. Well, thank you. But I'm not really sure what happened to them as I, like, show him my hand. And it doesn't look like I'm wearing any gloves at all.
He reaches out and tries to grab your hand. Do you let him?
Yeah? What else am I gonna do?
He grabs your middle finger and he pulls the glove off your hand.
Does the other glove materialize, or is it still invisible?
It's still invisible.
Oh, interesting. What is this? What do they do? I mean, I'm very grateful that you got me gloves in general, but I think it's a little odd to have invisible gloves.
Why don't I show you?
Will your hands fit in those?
No. Put them back on.
Okay, I take the glove back from you and put it back on, and it once again disappears into my skin.
Fairblade, I need your help. Can you come here a second?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Oh
Stand
no.
here against the wall real quick.
Like a child, she just goes to the wall, and she leans up like straight back, as if she's like trying to hide against the wall.
All right, Fairblade. Well, how big is this room?
Oh no.
It's probably about 30 feet by 25 feet. Pretty small.
Height-wise?
So Randall's gonna pull Fairblade about 10 feet away from Sin. You got those throwing knives on you still? Fairblade?
Fairblade,
Yeah.
she's
Oh, yeah.
talking to you.
Yeah. I do. Yeah. Why?
Randall's gonna kneel down and whisper something in his ear.
Are you gonna message it to me?
Yeah.
Sweet.
No. Sin is like stiff. Her heart is like pounding because she had just heard about knives. She doesn't get what's going on.
Now, Sin, I want you to hold your hand up in front of him. Open palm.
Oh, okay. One of them or both of them?
You can do both if you want.
Okay. She brings up her hands dramatically and sticks them in front of her.
I'm gonna throw one of my knives at Sin.
Oh my gosh! I want to dodge! Please?
Make that attack roll.
How do I do throwing rolls? I forgot.
It is your ranged.
A ranged attack modifier. Choose your last one.
Oh wow.
Underneath melee.
With ranged weapons, you get dexterity to hit and strength to damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
that thing.
But only for thrown weapons, not for ranged.
Yeah, that thing.
My AC is 19.
I miss anyways.
Randall just looks incredulously at Fairblade. We'll keep
I
going
just-
till you hit
Today's
her.
not my day, okay? Today's not my day.
We'll keep going.
Okay, I do it again.
No! I'm so scared.
22 to hit.
Oh my gosh, that totally hits.
Okay. So do you have your hand still in front of you?
Yeah, but I'm like wincing and screaming at you guys to stop.
Okay. He throws this knife at you. You can clearly see it coming right at your head, and all of a sudden your hand reaches out and just snatches the knife right out of the air.
What the hell?
Now imagine if that was an arrow.
What's... Did I just catch a knife?
Sure did.
I just dropped the knife on the floor. Don't ever do that again, Fairblade.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty impressive.
These gloves allow you to catch ranged weapons that are fired at you if they were to hit you. Instead of hitting you, you can actually grab them. As long as you have a free hand.
That's actually kind of cool.
You're
Wait,
pretty
so
much...
does that mean that she could grab arrows and then load them into...
She could grab an arrow and throw it right back at you. She could have thrown that knife right back at you if she wanted to.
I didn't want to. Sorry,
She did not
Fairblade.
want to.
Wow. She's gonna run over to you, Randal, and hug you and say, thank you so much. These are amazing.
Yeah, just trying to help.
And then she'll pat your back and let go of you. Fairblade, I found out who gave me the gloves.
Just remember, you have to have a free hand.
Okay.
Took you long enough. I was waiting forever for you to ask me about those.
Well, you didn't really seem like the person who would probably give them to me. When I woke up that morning, you didn't even look at me.
The wizard who crafts stuff doesn't look like the person who would craft and give you something?
Not for free.
Man, I figured the note was a giveaway.
Well, I mean, I thought it was you, but then you ignored me and Fairblade caught eye contact with me, and then I was like, whoa, that's weird. Fairblade told me it wasn't him, and then later I asked Virtuoso, and he was pretty sure it wasn't him either. And I didn't even guess Kern. Sorry, Kern. I didn't recognize your handwriting.
That was the point.
Well, how was I supposed to know it was from you?
You weren't. I just figured you would have got it a lot sooner.
Surprise gift. How nice.
Well, again, thank you.
He'll then wink and whisper in his ear, "Thank you for helping me as well."
Her eyes will just like blink a little open. You're welcome. She doesn't really quite understand how trying on gloves was helpful, but
Anywho,
All right. So yeah, you guys all have your stuff. What are you gonna do for the last couple of hours of awakeness?
Marvel at my new greatsword.
Randall,
I'm gonna ask.
Randall retrieves the two knives Fairblade threw and give them back to him.
I'm gonna ask Kern what he saw.
Really?
Yeah.
Really gonna do this?
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm totally doing it. Tension. If you don't mind me asking, Kern, what did you see?
Saw a bit of my past. Possibly my future. I wasn't sure. It seemed confusing.
I understand that that whole thing was confusing. But
The only weird part was I had to actually see my sister die in my arms this time, which was kind of fucked up.
oh,
Didn't
Kern.
know what to do.
She like strokes your upper arm in comfort. At this point, she's called out Leviathan, and Leviathan's just like curling his head in her lap, like cooing. A sad coo.
Don't know why, but this feels kind of awkward.
I would like all you guys to make a perception check if you would for me, please.
Oh my god, yes! Natural 20!
Wow!
Perception?
Damn! Yes.
Natural 20 Virtuoso!
Well, I don't have my supernatural ability on, so I
Fucking
can't.
high five that shit, bro.
Jeez. There's some good stuff going on here.
Except when Fairblade rolls.
27.
Wow.
I'm not doing
Alright.
so well either.
Karn, the Virtuoso. Randall's
Wait,
29.
who's
I assume
Karn?
that's Sparky.
I was gonna say it's Kern.
Karn. Sorry, Karn
Bullshit.
is the guy from
Texanated.
Critical Role. He modeled this guy after.
My name is Car now.
No,
Car.
Kurt, whatever. So yes, the Virtuoso.
Corn.
Oh my gosh, the Virtuoso. Randall's 29, which I assume is Sparky.
Yep.
And the 27 from Sin. You guys see from underneath the door, billowing black shadow and two eyes. And as you look over, it disappears from underneath and quickly skirts behind.
Knowledge to ID.
I rush.
Sure.
I rush.
You
towards
recognize
the
that.
door?
You recognize that shadow from the one in the forest, or like the one in the forest.
Randall runs over and rips the door open.
All right, you rip the door open, and instead of seeing the hallway, you look out. You are looking into a ruin. It's a misty, very dark afternoon. The sky is gray, and the only reason you can see anything is because you can see the red amber sun poking through the clouds. There's a large mist rolling through the ancient ruins. There are an old street has dirt built up on either side of it that looks like it's been trodden upon quite recently.
Wait a minute. Did you say ruins?
Yes, I did.
I take one step back and do
Tally's head
detect magic.
jerks up and
Yes, you detect magic, and you see there is a conjuration aura that is coming from just in front of your door. There is a teleportation type magic in front of the door itself.
Do I see anything beyond? Like, can I see behind the portal?
Yeah, you can see through it, and you can see the ruins, and you can actually hear the water hitting shores from beyond.
But I can't see behind the portal.
No, you cannot.
Can I roll it to see if I know where this is?
Sure.
Yuck.
Yes.
What kind of check is it?
Geography.
18.
One less.
Quick, read that book you just got.
Sure, everybody sit down and wait for 3 hours.
An hour. You guys don't know the exact location or what this is. You do realize that it's coming from the east because it is darker over there. It is somewhere along the coast. You gather that by the sound of water. Yeah, what do you guys do? The portal remains open.
Forgot how. Nice.
So did we ID what was in there?
On the other side of the portal,
Yeah, sorry.
it's just ruins. Very ancient old ruins.
Any ideas? She says, looking around at the others.
Gabe,
Yes.
I want to see if it's a trap of some kind. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead and roll chat finding.
Okay. How do I do trap finding? Do I just do crafts traps?
It's a perception check, and then you add half your rogue level to it. So 4.
Oh, okay. So perception. I guess I'll put my eyes of the eagle and ears of the owl on just in case those help. Whatever.
Okay.
So it's this plus 4. Oh, natural 20.
Oh my gosh. So in looking around, checking for traps, you don't see any traps. And in fact, it looks as if there has been a safe passage built into the road in front of you. Like it looks prepared for you.
Guys, this looks to be it looks like someone wants us to go down here, but not because it's a trap. It looks like it's quite the opposite. It looks safe to go through, but someone really wants us to.
Well then, follow
I
me.
see no problem going through.
What was that, Kern?
I see no problem going through.
I
Let's
see
do
all
it.
the going through. I step forward and look. Inspect closer.
All right, what are you looking for?
I'm determined if time limit is stable. How stable?
It seems to be incredibly
Is that it?
stable and doesn't seem to time out. You've been looking at it for quite a while. Teleportation would usually end if it's going to end right now.
Of course, they may just leave this open. Not that I really know. Anyway. I look to. What do you
Are you turning towards Randall?
Yes.
What
Well,
does Randall
it's obviously a portal, but we don't know where, we don't know how to get back, and we don't know who did it. It seems stable enough. Is there any kind of like books or anything in the room?
There's no books, but there's like a candle.
He's gonna take the candle and just kind of like chuck it through the portal.
All right, it lands on the broken up stone pathway in front of you.
I'm gonna walk through.
Randall's gonna try and grab you by the collar as you try to go through.
Make that grapple check.
What do I have to roll?
Charlie's just gonna
Nothing.
watch it.
Okay.
It's what is your CMD?
My CMD is. Wait, what is it? Oh, 18.
All right, Randall, roll that CMB and beat an 18.
Nope.
All right, Fairblade steps through. Fairblade, you find yourselves in the midst of a ruin. You look around. It doesn't look to be. I mean, from your point of view, you can't see too much of it, but from what you can tell, it doesn't look to be like a giant city. It just looks to be like just a very well-made old town. In fact, you can see, most of the buildings were made of marble, and like this was like a hot spot to be. However, it is long since decayed.
What's the closest thing to me in terms of buildings?
In terms of buildings, there is a broken down, what you would assume to be a house right behind you, and that has the portal and the door that you stepped through. And then across the street, there's a few other broken down, roof collapsed in buildings.
I turn back to the rest of the group. You guys coming or what?
So
And I start walking ahead.
we didn't recognize anything on the other end of that portal?
No, this is all new to you.
I don't recognize anything there either, right?
Was he able
Correct.
to communicate through the portal?
Yeah.
Okay. I just look at the rest of the group. Well, we certainly can't leave him alone.
Oh, I'm going.
You guys are all fools.
Says the man that's paranoid about a portal and some ruins.
A random portal opens up and you guys jump through it without any way. No knowledge about it at all, and you just jump right through.
And you just want to leave the shadow that's been skulking us?
It hasn't harmed us,
Maybe he's leading us somewhere.
which could be good or bad.
Well, I'm willing to take the risk.
Do I hear what Randall's saying?
Yeah, you can hear them.
Okay. Randall, when you said, actually, let me just pick it up from here. Randall, all I know about this portal and these ruins is it's our next step. We have no other decision. With nothing else to do immediately right now, other than this. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Do you want to just let it slip by you?
You all are utterly insane, going through random portals that you have no idea where you're at.
It's exciting. Live a little.
Adventure awaits.
Exactly. Let's
Yes.
live
I stepped
and
through it.
not walk through random portals.
Oh, there's a difference in living and being alive.
I stepped through it already, so if you guys want to try and stop me, good luck. You're not going to be able to.
What about Virtuoso? Virtuoso said he wanted to go too. Are you there as well? Are you with
Oh
me?
yeah, I'm right next to you.
All right. Cool.
So everybody but me and Randall are in the.
And
And-
Tali's not
Oh,
and
and
Tali.
Tali. Sin will just do a little upset, frustrated temper tantrum dance as she goes, "Oh, I really want to go in because it's a big ruin and we could find really good treasure, and that's always been my dream." But at the same time, Randall's got a point. I mean, that came out of nowhere, and I don't want to go inside somewhere that
Sid,
leads to nowhere.
Come
But
on,
this
it'll
is
be fun.
okay, and she just
Wait.
jumps in, and the
Oh my-
bird just goes cuckoo and jumps in too.
We just got a bunch of treasure. You want more?
It's as the gnomes say, Randall. Hashtag YOLO.
No. No,
Oh
do
my
not say
gosh.
Randall makes a charge attack at Fairblade.
Sin will call back to Randall. "Oh, I know, but it's always been my dream to be in a ruin."
20 to hit you.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, that hits. Oh god. Does that mean he's inside the portal now too? Because he had to
Yep.
charge you.
Yeah, he's in there.
Tally's the only one.
Tali's just making this face oh,
Like, why do I bother?
You take
guys
3
are
points
so
of
lucky.
unarmed
I
of
have-
non-lethal damage as Randall
Ow.
just socks you in the face.
Ouch.
You guys are so lucky. I have no idea how to get back to my work. I say, and I step through the portal too.
If we are stuck through here, I'm damning you all to hell.
And
Wait,
as
you're a
Tali
cleric?
steps through, the portal vanishes.
Knew it.
Huzzah! Adventure awaits.
Damn. Okay, what are we? Obviously, there's ruins in front of us.
There's ruins in front of you. You're in the middle of an old stone and marble town. Everything is covered over in moss and greenery, and vines and trees have broken through. The
Sin's
center of
eyes are
houses.
just glowing with excitement.
There's a very thick mist that covers the entire ground. The sky is quite cloudy, and like I said earlier, the sun peeks through with an amber red color. And there seems to be a single path that has actually been cleared. You can see the old stone has been wiped clean of any debris that leads directly forward towards the water.
What time of day is it?
Where you are at, you can see that the sun is gone quite down. It is probably about 9 o'clock, 8:30, somewhere in there.
Maybe we should camp for the night before we press on.
I think
Sounds
it's a
good.
idea.
We could have
I-
slept at the inn. As he glares at Fairblade.
Yeah, but the portal could have been closed in the morning.
That's
You guys-
true.
you
It's
guys
so
see
close
as
to the stars.
you guys see at this point as a couple of shadows just go whizzing by you towards the water. Several of them, in fact.
Hmm.
Where's
Might as
the
well
water? Is it
investigate.
nearby?
There's no resting now.
The water nearby?
Yeah, there's water a distance ahead of you guys.
Through the cleared path, or a
Yep,
different-
just directly in front. The cleared path
Okay,
takes you towards it.
Randall starts
So-
walking that way.
I accompany him.
All right, so you guys start walking ahead. You walk for about 5 minutes, and then you can start to see the beach ahead of you, and you can feel the warmth actually of the waves hitting. You are still in the same world, quite clearly, as the water is actually giving off quite a substantial heat. And as you start to walk forward, you can see standing on like a platform that oversees the ocean, or the sea rather, there are 3 figures. Their backs turned, they're just looking out at the serene scene in front of them. But as you continue on, you see, as it starts to get darker and darker, eyes start to appear in windows, behind doors, over walls, behind collapsed roofs, behind trees, in shrubs. It's just sets, 10s, 20s, 30 sets of eyes, just the soft red glow just watches you as you walk down the pathway.
The dark or the figures in front of us, what are they wearing?
You see there are 2 figures. The 2 figures on either side of the one in the middle, excuse me, are wearing cloaks. And you can see that as the wind kind of brushes them to the side, they have holes and they are tattered. And they seem to be wearing something tall on their head. You see a staff in each of their hands. The one in the middle is just wearing a very, from what you can see, it's a very ornate wizard's robe.
Ooh.
I recognize the figures.
They have their backs turned towards you. You do note that the 2 on either side of the one in the middle are much taller than the one in the middle.
What does the one in the middle look like?
Right now, you can just see that his cloak is just pulled over his shoulders, so you can't really see his frame as they are hidden by the cape of said cloak. But you can see there's a decently long white mane that runs down the back of it, the back of his, behind his cloak, that is pulled into a tight ponytail, and then goes down to about shoulder blade.
We approach.
As you start to walk forward, the 2 figures on the side turn towards you. And as you get to be about 25, 30 feet away from them, you can see as their eyes look at you, mummified, empty, skeletal faces, each of their eyes glowing with a fiery, intense purple.
Very different
Now-
from the red eyes around us?
Correct. This is like a fiery, intense purple heat of a light that comes from their eyes.
Question: are these the same eyes we saw in the forest?
It is not. The eyes that were the red eyes that were following you, like that there's like 20 or 30 of them. Those were from the shadows. These are completely different. These are sitting in skeletal, solid masses.
Are these liches?
Yes, they are. And you turn, and this one in the center turns. It's a pleasure to meet you, Randal Strong. And he sticks out his hand towards you guys, and that is where we are going to end.
No.
I called that a mile away.
Did you? Did you really? You
I
didn't seem
did.
like you wanted to go through the portal at all, so
As soon as
maybe
I
you didn't.
No, I knew the one in the center was going to be Randall. That's why I said, do I recognize him?
Oh, but going through the portal you didn't want to do.
I didn't. I still don't. I want to get the hell out.
It's a great idea. What are you talking
yeah. Yeah, there is another version of Randal. You can now clearly see his face, standing between two very tall, very menacing liches. And that is where we will pick up next time.
Ah!
Dang.
Nobody move a muscle. Maybe it didn't see us.
Very good. Very well done.
Hold your breath for as long as you can. Maybe they'll go away.
The T-Rex can sense motion.
You know what I think is funny?
What's that?
Silence has a verbal component.
Yeah,
You just-
that it
You
does.
just cast it and be like, shut the fuck up.
It's yeah, I guess it makes sense, but it's fun. It's kind of ironic.
This is where we're sleeping?
Oh, come on, Lois. They said they'd have the car fixed by tomorrow, and then our second honeymoon's back on
All
track,
right.
eh?
Peter,
Well,
there's a hooker on the bed. Hi.
Stand perfectly
crap.
still, Lois.
save the
Their
wrong
vision is
file.
based on movement.
Solid, man.
Nice work, me.
Where'd you go?
Session number 43 for next time. All right. So, I guess as a early Christmas present to you all, just blanket hero point to everyone. Enjoy.
Woo!
Do something.
Nice.
And then for your rewards for today, enjoy 4,500 XP.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
76.5.
Yep, 76,500. That's a ding.
That is a ding, y'all.
Ding a ding a ding ding ding.
Well done. Nice work, guys.
Level 5 spells.
Sweet.
Do 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 do.
You ruined it.
I know.
All right, yeah. So the next game day, yeah, you guys will be able to prepare and have 5th level spells, or you will. I don't know what access alchemists have at this level. Do bards get 5th level spells at this level?
No, I don't get them till 10.
That was
Ah.
weird. Whole fucking Discord just hard crashed.
Whoa, what? No, it didn't.
Not
Well,
for
it's
me,
fine
it
to
didn't
me.
close for me.
Are you okay?
Are you alive? Tyler,
No.
you're not stuck under there, are you?
Maybe.
Oh god, I get 1 HP.
Oh, what'd you roll? A 1d8 and you got 1? Fuck.
That's my
Yout.
luck. I've had 3 1s on my rolls.
I got
3.
12. Yeah. I currently have 110 HP.
I got 3.
Oh
You
my
both rolled
gosh.
1.
Are we allowed to just take half?
Nope.
Not at this point, no.
Not anymore.
I rolled solid for my health, though, man. Glad. Barbarian take all the hits? Fuck yeah.